grew up playing Pokemon on Game Boy, and today I'm visiting the only Nintendo museum in the world. But before that, I'm spending a full day in Uji, Japan's matcha capital, home to some of the oldest shrines in the country. If you think matcha is overrated or shrines are boring, stick with me, because Uji completely surprised me. First stop of the day, breakfast. I came to a matcha roastery here in Uji, and they roast matcha at 3 different levels: light, medium, and dark. I'll be honest, matcha is actually really bitter, like way more bitter than most people expect. But then I got this matcha tiramisu. It was perfect, not too sweet at all. Everything together came out to 1300 yen, which is about $8. For something this high quality, that's kind of insane. After breakfast, I started walking through Uji. We crossed the Uji Bridge. The river runs right through the town, and everything feels slow. This is Uji Shrine, surrounded by trees right along the river. The main hall was built in the early Kamakura period, and it's officially an important cultural property of Japan. The deity enshrined here was known for his intelligence and academic studies, so people come here to pray for school, exams, and success. But in recent years, the shrine also became famous for the looking back rabbits. The rabbit is believed to guide people towards the right path, especially in relationship and life decisions. The rabbit fortune slips back here are insanely popular, and honestly, they're really cute. Right next door is Ujigami Shrine, and this one is on another level. It was built as a guardian shrine in 1994. This shrine is dedicated to Emperor Ujin and his sons. One of his sons actually committed suicide to resolve an imperial succession dispute. Architecturally, this place is also huge. Researchers determined that it was built around the year of 10,060. Making this the oldest original Shinto shrine in Japan. There is even a freshwater spring here that's been used for over 1,000 years. Next, I stopped by at the Tale of Genji museum. Uji isn't just a random stop, it's deeply tied to the Tale of Genji, a novel written over 1,000 years ago, and often considered the world's first novel. The story follows Prince Genji, incredibly talented, beautiful, powerful, basically someone who has everything. The novel is about love, jealousy, ambition, loss, and one big idea that shows up everywhere in Japanese culture: impermanence. Nothing lasts, not beauty, not power, not love. After Genji dies, the final chapter shifts here to Uji. And in Uji, relationships are unresolved, people hesitate, regret, and reflect. Inside the museum, you see how aristocrats lived back then. The clothing, the long sleeves, the room designed for distance rather than intimacy, everything feels restrained and controlled, just like the emotion in the story. After that, I just walked around Uji Park for a bit and let everything sink in. Next, we went to the Byodo-in temple, originally built as a villa for high-ranking court officials. In 1052, it was converted into the Buddhist temple, during a time when people believed the world had entered Mappo, the final age of Buddhism. Because of that belief, people became extremely devoted, and the Phoenix Hall was built as a vision of the Buddhist Pure Land. Inside is a 2.4 meter tall Amida Buddha statue. For lunch, I went with Matcha soba, right near Byodo-in. It's soba noodle infused with matcha, so the flavor is subtle. After that, I ordered matcha mochi with red beans, and of course, more matcha tea to go with it. Now, the final stop of the day, the Nintendo Museum. Just getting here is hard. You have to win a lottery to get a ticket. And once you're inside, no video recording is allowed at all. The first section of the museum is all about Nintendo's history, and it goes way deeper than I expected. You walk through every era: Game Boy, DS, Wii, Switch, and even Switch 2. They don't just show the consoles, they show how Nintendo evolved, how games changed, and how each generation built on the last. So yeah, we did get to see Nintendo Switch 2 before it's publicly released. I grew up playing Pokemon Fire Red and Emerald, so honestly, this part hit hard. After the history section, you move downstairs to the arcade floor. They gave you 10 coins in your card, and that's what the entire floor is all about. We played shooting games, classic arcade style games, and everything is interactive. It's not just a museum where you look at things, you actually play. And of course, before leaving, we stopped by the shop. And we all got some Nintendo mystery boxes. Let's see what we got.
那它有 GBA controller 对DS Wii U 3DS Wii controller 和 Switch。
看这是年份，这是年份。
年份是00年到17年，就是我们的时代。
是赛里面头顶吗？在头顶是来个放大，来个4。
是普通 DS 应该。这怎么感觉像是旧的 DS？
是什么呀？
这是什么呀？
是冰箱贴，有这么几种图案。
看到这个，
我一侧可以
但我不想看到这个。
我一侧看到这
看到
个，
花掌，
我一侧看到7。
但我不想看到这个。
他想看到。开喽！你看，
花掌还真是花掌。
花掌。
我怎么这么牛逼
花
啊？
掌没得上交。
我来跟伊们买一个不一样的。
我觉得是这个。
我觉得是 controller，
我觉得3DS。
我觉得这个。
我觉得3DS。经典开箱。
3DS
不错，3DS 不错。
3DS，看我说啥，那就看一下3DS。
怎么这胶水没印好？胶水印子。
当然胶水。
什么垃圾情况啊！今天。
At the end of the day, instead of taking Shinkansen back to Tokyo, I decided to try something different. I took the Roller Express overnight bus. It costs about the same as Shinkansen, but it saves a night in a hotel. The seats happen to be private and no one sat next to me. The bus stops every couple hours, and you can stretch or use the restroom. After a full day walking through the Matcha field, ancient shrines, literature, and childhood memory, I just let the day sink in. I fell asleep in Uji.